प्रतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ महागणपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्यवतु। ॐ वाग्देव्यै नमः। ॐ शिवनामनिभासितेऽन्तरङ्गे महति ज्योतिषि मानिनि मयार्धे दुरितान्यपयान्ति दूरदूरे मूरायान्ति महान्ति मङ्गलानि स्मृते सकलकल्याणभाजनं यत्र जायते पुरुषस्तमजं नित्यं व्रजामि शरणं हरिम्। ॐ सन्नो मित्रः संवरुणः सन्नो भवत्वर्यमा सन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः सन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। यश्छन्दसा ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दो यो यमृताः सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासम् शरीरं मे विचर्षणम् जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्याम् भूरि विश्रुवम् ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अहं वृक्षस्य रेरिवा कीर्तिः पृष्ठं गिरेरिव ऊर्ध्वपवित्रो वाजिनीव स्मृतमस्मि द्रविणगुं सवर्चसं सुमेधा अमृतोक्षितः इति त्रिशङ्कोर्वेदानुवचनम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वा प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविरावीर्म एधि वेदस्य मतानि स्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीसेनाहो संदधामि वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः भद्रं नो अपि वाक्यमनः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वाभिस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः यो ब्रह्माणो विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः विश्वन्दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यनिजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदम् प्राङ्निर्विकल्पम् पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलनावैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायो जीवयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थगं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणाद् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमवाप्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमतीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलाम् बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ताभृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगतो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महातं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः शङ्कराश्लेषविलसदानन्दामृतनिर्भराम् विश्वोत्तंसितपादाब्जाम् ब्रह्मविद्याम् विभावये नमः श्रुतिशिरः पद्मचण्डमतण्डमूर्तये बादरायण संज्ञाय मुनये समवेश्मने वेदान्तनिकुरुम्बेण तात्पर्येण प्रकाशितः स्वात्मानन्दैकरस्येन कल्याणाय शिवोऽस्तु नः अधीः भगवो ब्रह्म Page number 70 in our book. Om Athato Brahma Jigyasa The Brahmanaha āpāta prasiddhi varnakam. The portion of the Bhashya wherein the topic is mentioning that, showing that Brahma is known in a cursory way. That is the āpāta, cursory way. Yeah, simple introductory knowledge. Āpāta prasiddhi varnakam is that. Tat punar brahma prasiddham aprasiddham va syat. Whether Brahmana jigyasa, Brahma jigyasitavyam, it was said. This Brahma, is it evident or not evident? Prasiddha, is established or non-established? Known or unknown? Either way, there is a problem here. If Brahma is not ascertained as Prasiddha or Aprasiddha, then Vishaya, etc., Vishaya, Prayojana, Sambandha, all will not be proven, and therefore Shastra, this Vichara Shastram, Vicharatmakam, and even Shravanadi, should it be done or not, there is a Sandeha comes, a doubt comes. Should I be studying Vedanta? Should I be doing Brahma Vichara? Why? Because Vishaya, Sambandha, Prayojana, they are not ascertained yet. Why not ascertained? Because the very subject matter, Vishaya, Brahma, whether it is evident or not, that itself is a question. So, what happens then? There the word Punaha, Tat Punaha Brahma, that word Punaha indicates the beginning of this section. Āpāta Siddhi Varnaka Aramba Dyotakaha. This Punaha Shabdaha. Alright. What if Brahma is prasiddham or aprasiddham? What is that? What is it that? Why should this be known? Brahma is prasiddha or aprasiddha? That is said here. Yadi prasiddham na jigyasitavyam. If at all Brahma is prasiddha, it's known, well known fully, swarupataha, then when it is prasiddham, Vedanta vicharat prageva. Even before you do the vichara, before you study, before the pramana pravritti itself, if you know, then there is no need to know again. Na jigyasitavyam, not to be known, because you already know what is already known. Pramana has no need for operation. Pishta Peshanavat, right? Pishta Peshanavat, what is already known. What is the need for all this pramana vichara? Because it is already known. Prasiddham chet na jigyasitavyam. Na jigyasitavyam means, therefore the vicharaha na kartavyaha. And therefore shastram na arambaniyam. Bhashyam na arambaniyam. Shastram na arambaniyam. There is no need to begin study, begin inquiry at all. Alright. If we say then Brahma is aprasiddha, what happens then? Atha aprasiddham. Then naiva shakyam jigyasitum iti. Atha, the vikalpa, the other vikalpa, the other option, other possibility. If Brahma is aprasiddham, atyantam aprasiddham, totally unknown, then it's not possible to inquire, to have desire to look into, know. Ajnata vishaye jigyasa na sambhavati. Jnata vishaye jigyasa is nivritta. Jigyasa is understood. So ajnata vishaye, aprasiddha vishaye, jigyasa eva na sambhavati. Therefore, na shakyam jigyasitum. Alright, Brahma, there cannot be vichara because it is unknown, totally unknown. How can you have any desire for something totally unknown? You have desire or not for something which you know. You know already, then you like it or you don't like it. But totally unknown something, you can't have desire for it. If Brahma is atyantam aprasiddham, then jigyasitum naiva shakyam. It's not at all possible to have jigyasa. Therefore, the vichara, etc., it's all cannot at all even begin. That's a question. Now, what is not known, what is not at all prasiddha, Shastra cannot be, Vedanta cannot talk something which is totally unknown. Pratipadana ayogat. And therefore, sambandha is not, that pratipadaka, pratipadya sambandha cannot be there because pratipadya is totally unknown. Then pratipadaka shastra also becomes vyartha iti. And therefore there will be, jnana will not be there. Vichara is not there. Then jnana cannot be there. When the jnana is not there, phala is not there. Therefore, shastram na arabhyate, na arabhyam shastramiti. Now, Acharya answers here. Even though Brahma is swarupena ajnatam, now, before vichara, before shravana, Brahma swarupena aparokshatvena na jnatam, tathapi, there is āpāta jnanam. The hearsay jnana is there, cursory knowledge is there. In the sampradaya, in the culture, even during the Veda Adhyayana time, as the person does Veda Adhyayana, the Shabda is evident, is known. The āpāta prasiddhi is there. That Bhashyakara explains here. Uchyate asti tavat brahma nitya shuddha buddha mukta svabhavam sarvajyam sarvashakti samanvitam Tavatu, firstly, Brahma Asti. Here the word Asti means prasiddham. That is prasiddhi asti. That is the meaning. Brahmanaha prasiddhi asti. Where is it Brahmana? How is it prasiddhi? How is it known? And then here, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Svabhavam. Now, by what pramana the astitva or the prasiddhi of Brahma is gotten? Now you say Asti Tavat Brahma. What is the pramana? Can you say that Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma? This all the Shruti is the pramana. But then the word is, what is the meaning of the word Brahma itself is unknown word. The very word is unknown, not yet known. And then what it can mean, what means also not known. When the word Brahma itself is not known, then the meaning is not known. And any sentence talking about Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, what do you make out of that? You don't know what is Brahma, meaning you don't know. Then what do you make out of this sentence, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma? Some used to give the example, Jagabugai, okay? I don't know whether it's correct. Some meaningless blabber, okay? So Brahma is something which you don't know yet. You've not heard, you don't know the meaning. Then that sentence also cannot make any sense. Therefore, now, Bhashyakara answers here. See, when he says the word Brahma, it's a word. Brahma is a word, a padam. A padam means a meaningful group of letters, akshara, syllables. Syllables used in the krama nibaddha varna, then they constitute a word. And each word is meaningful. Each shabda may not be meaningful, but every word has a meaning. And that too, when used in the Veda, which is nirdushta pramana, in the Veda, there are no meaningless words are not there. Some particles, cha, vai, tu, hi, etc., sometimes, etc., that are vava, etc., some particles are used. But that is not a problem. Even particles also have some meaning sometimes, like he, tu, etc., they also have some meanings. And cha, in the sense of conjoining to Ramascha, Lakshmanascha, right? So therefore, in many places, particles also have meanings. Even when they don't have meanings, they don't affect the sentence construction, the meaning of the sentence. They don't. Whereas Brahma is a meaningful word, and when a person knows enough language, Sanskrita language, when a person studies, this is supposed to be part of one study, Veda Dhyayana, Shiksha, Vyakaranam, and all that. No? So as the person becomes familiar with the language, little bit familiar with the language, then the person understands that this word comes from Brih, root, Brahma comes from, or the person comes to know that the word is taught that the word Brahma comes from the root Brih, Brihi, Vriddhau, in the sense of being big, that is there. So, and this word I hear, Brahmavidapnoti param, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, iti. Brahmaiva purastat, ityadi. Brahmavaidam agra asit, etc. All that we hear. I hear this. And this word Brahma means big. And also sutra also, when I come to sutra also, āpāta Brahma Jignāsa, this āpāta jnana also I have it. I have heard my elders using this word, right? Āpāta jnana prasiddhi. As you see in the case of Brahma, Brahmanubhavam, Brahmanandam, Brahma Prayatna and all that, Brahma Prayasa, Brahma Prayatna and all that, these words are in vogue in the where the person grows up. And therefore the person has heard this word Brahma, even though the person has not understood the meaning of the word, but the word is familiar still. And then when a time comes when the person to look into that, what is this meaning of, what is this word, what does it mean, then the person comes to inquire, look into this, and the person comes to know that in the Shruti and in the Sutra, Brahma Jignasa in the Sutra, the word Brahma is used. These are Shastras. And Brahma Sutra is a Sutra Grantha. There is no redundant word there. There is no meaningless word. And therefore it must be a meaningful word. It cannot be a meaningful blabber. It cannot be meaningless sound. It cannot be, it has to be a meaningful word. See? Then there must be some meaning for the word. Because in the Pramana, meaningless words are not used. If there are meaningless words, then it's a Dushta Pramana, Doshavat Pramana. Veda is Nirdushta Pramana, therefore that is not there. Then from the root Brihi Vriddau, the person understands that there must be, this word refers to, Brahma refers to something which is big. Mahatva Bodhakam, it refers to something very big. And then when you say big, then the question comes, how big it comes. Then the person also remembrance is there. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that is there. Right? How big it is? Is it a mountain big, or a planet big, or a galaxy big? How big it is? Elephant big, or how big it is? Then Anantam word, Antam means limitation. Anantam means limitless. That is, limitless is Brahman, it is said. Then Anantam Brahma. Therefore, Brahma is Niratishaya Mahat. Limitlessly big. Also, there is no other word restricting the size of the Visheshya. Like when you say big hill or a big fruit, it's a fruit big, that's all. The bigness can be as much as relevance to the fruit, that's all. It cannot be mountain big fruit, it is not. When you say a tiny planet, okay, it's a tiny planet. When you say it must be some 1,000 miles across, that's a tiny, okay. So, the Visheshana restricts the meaning of Visheshya. Visheshya restricts the meaning of Visheshana. Here there is no Visheshana here. There is no, it's not qualified by anything. Right? This blue Brahman, red Brahma, it is something is not said. There is no Visheshana pada with this. There is only Lakshana. Satyam Jnanam Anantam iti Lakshana padam only. Therefore, there is no restriction with reference to restricting word or phrase with reference to size of Brahma. Therefore, it is Niratishaya Mahat. There be no restriction. And also it's read along with the Ananta word in the Lakshana Vakya. Satyam Jnanam Anantam iti. Alright. If the Vastu, Brahma is size-wise limited, then Anantam word would not be used, cannot be used in the Shastra. And further, this Sarvajna, if it's not Sarvajnam, Brahma is not Sarvajnam, then that also is a limitation. Guna dosha it is. Then Mahat Brahma, it cannot be used. Therefore, the word must imply limitlessly big. And also it must also mean, and how many Brahmans are there? Question may come. There is only Ekameva Advitiyam. These are all āpāta jnana. So helps this āpāta jnana, the familiarity of these words and a cursory familiarity of the ideas help in all this analysis. Help in that. In the āpāta prasiddhi. In helping the āpāta prasiddhi of Brahma, these help. Alright. So, when in the world, what a thing which is devoid of certain character, certain guna, and then also that whatever that is defect, having defects, then we refer to that object as alpam, limited only. Whereas Brahma is not said as alpam iti. Therefore, by the knowledge of one's knowledge of the language also, one can understand reasonably that Brahma means limitless. Desha, Kala, Vastu, limitless iti. Therefore it is Nityam. What is free from Kala Paricheda is Nityam. And then, what is free from all the defects of avidya, kama, karma, that is Shuddham. So Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swamiti Bhashakara said, that is the Nityam. Desha Kala Vastu Aparichinnam Brahma. Then avidya, kama, krodha adi, sharira, manaha adi, paricheda shunyam, dosha shunyam. Sharira has its own limitations, defects. Mind has its own shortcomings. But Brahma is free from that. Shuddham Akashavat. It is Shuddham iti. That can be, this idea can be drawn to some extent. Then Buddha means free from Jadatva, Chit Brahma, Jnanam Brahma. Therefore it is not Jadam iti. Therefore where it is Buddha, Nitya Shuddha Buddha iti. And then ever free it is Muktam iti. Ever free iti. Even when a person does not know that Aham Brahma, Nitya Muktam Brahma, Purnam Brahma, even then the person is Atma only. That Vastu is Atma only. Atma is Nitya Asanga, Nitya Mukta. Therefore, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam. It is there. The Tikakara brings in all these discussions. He brings in. I am just translating, or expressing the Tikakara idea on this. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam Brahma iti. Says Brahma is free from any such defect. Nirdushtam Brahma, Nirdosham Brahma. Also in the Bhagavad Gita we see this. Nirdosham hi samam Brahma. Tasmat Brahmani te stitaha. Nirdosham Brahma. So all this dosha, anityatva, ashuddhatva, jadatva, baddhatva, right? Being bound, etc., limited, parichinna, divided. That's not. All these doshas are not there in Brahma Vastu. Therefore, Sakala dosha shunyam Brahma iti. And then this is Nirgunam Brahma, Sagunam cha, Sarvajyam, Sarvashakti iti. So, based on this āpāta jnana itself and the paroksha jnana, some paroksha jnana, to some level, there is this Brahma prasiddhi is there. Various levels it is prasiddha. For a person who doesn't have Veda Adhyayana, at least the word, the person āpāta prasiddhi is there. Hearing somebody say this, reading from somewhere, this Shabda prasiddhi asti. Even though it is not there for everyone, right? Brahma iti Shabda prasiddhi is not there for everyone, but definitely for this mumukshu who is about to begin the vichara, Brahma vichara, for the mumukshu, the prasiddhi is definitely there. That is the point. For a person who is just a bubukshu, right, who is engrossed in the worldly affairs only, and is not at all interested in this, has never had any opportunity, any exposure whatsoever, no cursory knowledge at all, for that person this is not prasiddha. Brahma Shabda is not prasiddha. But we are talking about mumukshu here. For that mumukshu, definitely there is a prasiddhi is there. Even if that word in Sanskrita Shabda is not, even if that is not prasiddha, the equivalent is prasiddha. The word, right? Equivalent word, something is there. When the person comes to hear the word Brahma, then the person looks into what is the meaning of this Brahma, limitlessly big, the truth, absolute, God, etc. Then that is all familiar. And that familiarity brings in āpāta prasiddhi of this Shabda, Brahma Shabda, to a mumukshu. So for a mumukshu, definitely this is āpātataha prasiddhameva. That is the point here. Okay? For a person who is totally into laukika vyavahara only, never interested, never had any exposure, never had any cursory knowledge, for that person it is not prasiddha. Yes, that's okay. But there also, even for that person, ahamiti, atma prasiddhi is there. Bhashyakara is going to point out. Therefore, the word Brahma is prasiddham. Āpātatah prasiddham. To a mukshu, definitely. Alright. Sarvajyam Sarvashakti. Yaha Sarvajyaha Sarvashakti iti. In the Mundaka, Vedadhyayana Kale, Sarvajyaha Sarvashakti. These are all prasiddha. Āpāta prasiddhi is there. Alright. If Brahma is not Sarvajna, then there is something always which remains to be known, to be evident, to be known will be there. If Brahma were not Sarvajnam, then that Asarvajnam, Alpajnam Brahma cannot be the description, cannot be described with the word Brahma. It is Sarvajna. Similarly, Sarvashakti. If Brahma is not Sarvashakti, then something will be there which is not made by Brahma, not a creation of Brahma. Then Brahma cannot be Sarvashakti. Whereas Sarvajna, Sarvavit, all these padas indicate that Brahma is Sarvajnam, Sarvashakti, Samanvitam. Therefore, even though this much prasiddhi is there, but Swarupataha prasiddhi is not there. Aparokshataha jnana is, Aparoksha jnana is not there. This avagati is not there. Shabda prasiddhi is there. Āpātataha there is some prasiddhi, but Swarupataha, Visheshataha prasiddhi, known, it's not known. Therefore, Āpāta prasiddhi being there, but Swarupa jnana not being there, and the Moksha Ichcha Purushartha being there, therefore Jigyasa Upapadyate. There is there, iti Tikakara, Vaishakara presents Tikakara points out. And since the jnana is not Paroksha jnana, it's only Āpāta jnana, therefore the ajnana never does not go by Āpāta jnana or Paroksha jnana. Ajnana goes by jnana. Jnana means Aparoksha jnanam, apratibadda aparoksha jnana. That is gotten only by Shravanavi, Vichara, and therefore Jigyasa is there, tenable. Alright. Showing the prasiddhi of Brahma Shabda so far. Nitya Siddhattvadayaha Arthaha iti. And that is said in the next sentence. Brahma Shabdasya hi Vyutpadyamanasya Nitya Siddhattvadayaha Arthaha Pratiyante Brihatehe Dhatoho Artha Anugamat. So this is explaining the Brahma Shabda Prasiddhi. Vyutpadya Manasya, when the word is looked into, analyzed, how the word comes, Vyutpatti, how the word is arrived at. Brih plus Man Pratyaya. So, when that is derivation, and the derivation, the coining of the word, how do you arrive at the word form? When that is looked into, Vyutpadya Manasya, he Brahma Shabdasya, and then it appear the person understands this meaning, comes to grasp this pratiyante, arthaha pratiyante, in the light of the root meaning, brihi vriddhau iti, and then in the light of the Vedanta Adhyayana, Veda Adhyayana. The Veda Adhyayana is there, and the Āpāta jnana is there, hearsay knowledge is there. Therefore, Arthaha Pratiyante. These meanings Pratibhanti. In the person's, in the knowledge, in the cognition of the person, these appears, they are there. These meanings appear. They shine. They are suggested. The suggested meanings are there. Nitya Shuddhatva Adayaha. Nityatva, Shuddhatva, Buddhatva, Muktatva, Sarvajnatva, Sarvashaktimatva, Sarvavyapitva, Asangatva, Purnatva. All these are all Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, this fellow keeps on chanting, right? Then what is this Purnam? Brahma Purnam, Atma Purnaha iti. Again this āpāta pratithi is there. And also Brihatehe Dhatoho Artha Anugamat. There is this understanding, Anugama understanding of this Dhatu, Brih Dhatu, which means big, Vriddhi, big iti. This is the prasiddhi of Brahma from the word Brahma itself, right? Brahma, Sabda prasiddhi is there, and then āpātataha Artha prasiddhi also is there. Samanyataha Artha prasiddhi also is there for this mukshu. And further, this Brahma is prasiddha as Atma. Ahamiti Atma sada prasiddha. And this Atma is Brahma. That's Bhashyakara points out. Alright. Tatpada Artha Prasiddhi is there. Now Tvampada Arthatvena Brahma Prasiddhi is there. How? That is said here. Sarvasya Atmatvacha Brahma Astitva Prasiddhi. Astitva, the very existence that Brahma is prasiddha, that is prasiddhi. Why? How? Sarvasya Atmatvat. Brahma is the Atma of all. Brahmanaha Sarvasya Atmatvat. Brahma hi Sarvasya Atma. Brahma hi Atma. Atma hi Brahma. The very being is Brahma. The very existence is Brahma. And the one who lends all the astitva, chetanatva, all that, all the vyavahara attributes for what happened, it's all lent by Brahma alone. Like even water alone lends all existence and then any property to wave. So to Brahma alone is Atma. Brahma hi Atma. And kasya sarvasya sarvesham vastunam sarvesham jadavastunam api bhutanam Atma Brahma jivanam chetananam Brahma is the Atma. This again, Atma is prasiddha. That is the point here. Nobody is unaware of oneself. Living being, jadavastu doesn't know, apne aap doesn't know its own presence, but then all Chetana, Chaitanya Swarupena, Chetana, Jivas, they know, each Jiva knows that Ahamasmi. That much prasiddhi is there. Sarvasya Atmatva cha Brahma Astitva Prasiddhi. What is this prasiddhi? That is explained here. Sarvaha hi Atma Astitvam Pratyeti Naham Asmi iti. Sarvaha Jantuhu, all beings are aware. Pratyeti, they all understand. Every being understands. Every being is aware of this. That Aham Asmi. That Aham Asmi is the Atma Asti. Aham is Atma. Atma Asti means Aham Asmi. This is Prasiddha. Sarvaha hi Prasiddhyata Dyotakaha. He indeed, every being knows that I am there. What I am, what I think of myself, that is different. But I am is very much evident to all. I am a Brahmana, I am a woman, etc. I am old, I am young. These come later. But then, Ahamasmi iti sarvaha janati. Sarvaloka prasiddhaha, sarva prani prasiddhaha. This is Ahamasmi iti. Na Ahamasmi iti. Nobody understands this way. I don't exist. Right? Aham na asmi iti, na pratyeti. Nobody is unaware of the fact that I am there. Nobody thinks that I don't exist. Figuratively one may say, I am not there anymore in the picture, that's all. Else, out of the picture I am there. I am not in the picture anymore, that's all. I am not there. What does it mean? It's a relative sense. I am nashtaha. Why? Aham nashtaha. Why? I am a daridraha. Okay. I don't have any money. I become this insolvent. So that means relative sense it is used. But then, even then, aham asmiti sarvaha pratyeti. Aham na asmiti na pratyeti. All right. Why? Sir, when a person goes to sleep, it is nothing. And then when the person wakes up, the whole person comes up anew. Therefore, what is this Atma? There is no Atma. That's a question here. So, Ashikara further answers, the Naham na Naham asmiti pratyeti. That's what he explains. Yadihi na Atma astitva prasiddhi syat. If at all, for the sake of consideration, if it is not well known that Atma asti, aham asmi, if this prasiddhi is not there, if this cognition, if this knowledge, if this awareness, if it were not there, then what will happen? Sarvaha lokaha na aham asmi iti pratiyat. All would only think that I don't exist. I am not there. I don't exist at all. I am non-existent. This is what everyone would understand. That is not so. Sarvaha aham asmi ityeva prajanati. Aham na asmi iti na kahapi na janati. If Atma were shunya, then how is this aham asmi iti pratiti? How is it there? Right? Therefore, aham asmi iti pratiti is a strong indication. I am. This is very, very strong, very important indication. This is the self-evident I. I don't need any pramana to establish my existence. Whereas that I am existent, that I am swatasiddhaha, swayam siddhaha, self-revealing, self-existent, then that alone makes the pramana vyavahara possible, all vyavahara possible. When I am self-evident, when I am aham asmi, then it is possible for me to understand who I am correctly, or it's possible for me to do adhyasa also. Aham shariram, aham dehaha, aham brahmanaha, aham yuva, ityadi. And then all the dharma adhyasa, it's all possible. I being there, adhyasa is possible. And this vyavahara is prasiddha. Nobody denies vyavahara. Aham puman ityadi vyavahara asti. And this vyavahara is based on this aham asmi only. Gatadi padartha doesn't do any adhyasa. Right? Gata does not have any adhyasa. And the jnani also has no adhyasa. Only the in-between, samsari, as this adhyasa is there. Trishanku, this Trishanku is neither totally jada, nor totally jnani. The in-between fellow, Trishanku, does all this adhyasa. Dehaha asmi, pranaha asmi, indriyani asmi. This all the Bhashyakara has pointed out. Therefore, the very adhyasa proves that there is adhishtanam. Because without the Rajju adhisthana, Sarpa adhyasa cannot be there. The very adhyasa also is indicator that aham asmi. And all this adhyasa, all these superimpositions, erroneous conclusion about oneself, they are all vyavicharinaha, they all vary. Sometimes it is there, sometimes it is not there. Sometimes it is some other form. There is vyavichara. So the vyavichara points out that that is not the swarupa, that's not my true nature. If I am dehaha, then this dehatma buddhi should be there all along. Throughout my existence should be there. But sometimes, even in the waking state, sometimes I am free from the deha buddhi. Therefore, this vyavichara points out that this is not my swarupa. Aham dehaha iti, that is not the swarupa. But aham asmi. Who is that aham? Saprasiddhaha, saprakashaha iti, sarvaloka prasiddhaha aham asmi iti. If at all na ahamasmi iti is there, then there is no possibility of any chetanatva, any vyavahara, any samsara, and any attempt to be free from samsara, any feeling of sukha dukkha, right? Cannot be there at all. Ghata has no problem, whether it is in sun or in the shade, doesn't have a problem, it is not a chetana, whereas I have such problems. So all these indicate that ahamasmi iti, prasiddhi is there, and alright sir, इतना लंबा चौड़ा क्यों करना है, अहम प्रसिद्धः इति. This itself is not, many people are not aware of this. This itself is not, they are not aware of, unless told. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Not everybody recognizes this. When pointed out, they recognize this, but not everybody recognizes this. When there is the Deha abhimana, mamatva abhimana is very strong, one doesn't even understand that Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Even that is not understood. It has to be told for many a person. It has to be told, pointed out. You like something for your own sake. You don't like something else for your own sake. I mean, so therefore, Atma is priya tamaha nirtishaya priti bhajanaha iti. That's all is not known. And therefore, being Atma is the nirtishaya priti, ashraya aspada, therefore it is ananda swarupa, and therefore that is the purushartha, therefore that needs to be drashtavyaha, Atma vare drashtavya, a jump. Right? So, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, Atma vare drashtavyaha. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, alright, then why Atma vare drashtavyaha? Right? There are steps here. Atma is niratishiya priti ashrayaha, therefore it is niratishiya ananda swarupaha, which is purusharthaha, therefore that needs to be understood, known, drashtavyaha iti. And darshanartam shrotavyaha iti, it is all that. So, it's not everyone is aware of this. Alright, so that's pointed out. And further, this is prasiddha, alright. Even a mandahapi knows that ahamasmiti knows. So what does it prove? You are pointing about Atma prasiddhi. We are questioning Brahma prasiddhi. Right? We are asking whether Brahma is prasiddha. You are telling Atma is prasiddha. Kya baat hai? They say in I don't know whether Telugu they say this. No? This fellow goes to this shop, grocery shop, okay? Traditional old type grocery shop. Chettiyare, chetti, uppu undi, uppu unnadi, something. How do you ask that? Uppu unnada, okay. We have salt, uppu. Then this chetti is a very sentimental person. He will never say, apashabda, alakshmi shabda will not come from. No, shabda will not come from the mouth. No means alakshmi. Therefore he will not say that. Tomorrow the shop will be there, no? Shop will be there always. It's a holiday. Okay. Somebody unknowingly asked, tomorrow the shop will be there, no? The idea is, the shop will be open tomorrow. The shop is always there. We have a holiday tomorrow. We will never say apashabda, alakshmi shabda will never come. So no, unfortunately this shop, Cheti, did not have uppu. Uppu means salt. Now at that moment, in half an hour it will come, but right now uppu is not there. But he cannot say nasti, he cannot say, he won't say. Therefore you say pappu. How do you say that? Pappu unnadi. Pappu unnadi. Okay. Pappu means dal. Uppu pappu. I am asking about Brahma prasiddhi. You are talking about Atma prasiddhi. Kya baat hai? Atma cha Brahma. Atma hi Brahma. Hi arte. Atma hi Brahma. Brahma hi Atma. This also Ayam Atma Brahma. Right? So that is the prasiddhi. Ayam Atma Brahma. Aham Brahma iti Vakya is there. I am Atma, Brahma is there. Therefore, Atma hi, Atma cha, Brahma iti. When you say Atma prasiddhi, that means Brahma prasiddhi. You are Atma, you are Brahma. So, Atma prasiddhi means Brahma prasiddhi is there. Yadi tarhi loke Brahma Atmatvena prasiddham asti tataha jnatameva iti ajijñāsyatvam punaha āpannam. The Purvapakshi rises again. Shante karmani Vetala Udayaha. The Vetala shows up again. Yadi tarhi. Yadi, if it is so, if Atma is Brahma, as you say, tarhi, then, Yadi Atma Brahma, tarhi, then, loke, among people, among all people, Atma, Brahma Atmatvena prasiddham asti. Everybody should know that I am Brahma. Which Brahma? Anantam Brahma, Purnam Brahma, Sachidanandam Brahma, Nityamuktam Brahma, okay? Ever free Brahma. Then there should not be any ajnani at all. Okay? Okay? That means there should not be any Sukha Dukkha, Shoka, it should not be there, Shokamara should not be there. Nobody should feel that I am ever free Brahman, I am untouched by Shoka, I have no worries, no sorrows, no problems. Everything is pinky only, pink, everything is pinky, rosy, no problems, no thorns. I don't have any problems, no health problems, no mental problems, no money problems, no neighborhood problems. But then, problems are there. And then, the very attempt to know Brahma shows that there is problem. That's why the person tries to find a solution to the samsara. Therefore, sarvaha loke Brahma atmatvena prasiddham. It would mean that everybody knows that Atma is Brahma. Everybody is mukta jnani. Everybody is aparoksha jnanavan. Then, asti, then, tataha, then, jnatameva iti. Brahma is jnatameva. Known to everyone. This is just a kaku, just a poking at the Siddhanti. You say Atma is Brahma, everybody knows Aham Asmi, that means should mean that everybody knows that Aham Brahmasmi, then that means everybody should be Jnani, there should be no samsara at all, no problem at all. What you are saying is silly. Iti jnatameva. Everybody knows that Aham Brahma iti, everybody knows. And even then what will happen? Ajijñāsyatvam āpannam. Since it is jñātam, jñāte brahmani, there is no jijñāsyatva, there is no desire to know. Why? You know already known Brahma. The knowledge is complete. And when the knowledge is complete, there is no more incompleteness. Sense of incompleteness is not there, right? With reference to knowing Brahma. Therefore, it is not jijñāsa vishayaha. Na jijñāsyam Brahma. Yadi Atma Brahma, then it is sarvaloka prasiddhaha. That means na jijñāsyam Brahma iti punaha āpannam. That's what comes to that again. It is the question. Now Siddhanti answers, na tad vishesham prati vipratipatte. Not sir. What when he say sarvaha ahamasmi iti pratiyate pratyeti and Atma Brahma, when we say there is this āpāta jnana is there, samanya jnana is there, vishesha jnana means swarupa jnana is not there. Aham chetanaha iti it is there, aham asmi iti it is there, but aham advitiyam Brahma, paripurnam Brahma, paramanandam Brahma, nityamuktam Brahma, this jnana is not there. This is the vishesha. Asmi iti prasiddhi, samanyataha prasiddhi. Everybody knows that I am alive, I am sentient, I am capable of seeing, knowing, feeling, etc. These are all everybody knows. But I am Purnam Brahma, Anandam Brahma, that Muktam Brahma, that is not known. Advitiyam Brahma, that is not known. That is the Vishesha. This is Swarupa. Shastra does not stop with saying that you are the Asti Brahma, you are the Asti Atma, that you are. But then Shastra also says you are the Anantam Brahma, you are the Jnanam Brahma, you are Purnam Brahma, Nityamuktam Brahma, Shastra says. Advitiyam Brahma. Therefore, this Vishesha Jnana, Swarupa Jnana, Jiveshwara Aikya Jnana is not there. Samanya Jnana Sattve api, Swarupa Jnana Asatvat. Ajnana Nivritti is not there. Samsara Nivritti is not there. Therefore, Mumuksha is there. Therefore, Jijnasa is there. Correct? So, that is said here briefly. Tad Vishesham Prati. Atmanaha Brahmatva Vishayam Prati. Right? Brahmatva Vishesham Prati. Atma being Brahma. That Swarupam Prati. Vipratipatte. Viparita Pratipatti. Various erroneous cognitions, contentions are there. Disagreement is there. If everybody knows that Aham Brahma Asmi Aporokshataya, then there should not be a discontent, there should not be disagreement, there should not be an error in the first place. When I know that what is there in front of me is only Shuktika, I should not be committing the mistake that this is Rajatam. But when I commit the mistake that this is Rajatam, that shows that I don't know that this is Shuktika. Idamiti I know, but Rajatam iti, Shuktika iti, I don't know. Therefore, Vishesha Jnana is not there. Swarupa Jnana is not there. That is proven by the Vipratipatti. Various schools of thought, various contentions prove that you don't know. That's all. I believe this, you believe that. We differ, okay? My belief is different from your belief. What you think is not mine. My thought is different, your thought is different, belief is different, idea is different, opinion different, philosophy different. My sect, my school, etc. is not different. That means we don't know. That we don't know. The Vipratipatti is the proof that Brahma Swarupena, Atma Swarupena na jnatam. Jnataha na jnataha. Therefore, Jijnasyam. Now, this Vipratipatti, let us elaborate a little bit. Dehamatram Chaitanya Visishtam Atma iti Prakritaha Janaha Lokayatikaha cha Pratipannaha Prakritaha Janaha Shastra Jnana Shunyaha iti. Without this Shastra Jnana, people who don't have Shastra Jnana, that samskara is not there. Shastra Anugraha has not taken place, at least in part. That is the Prakrita. Stula Buddhayaha iti. Only the Drishteyeva Satyatva Buddhi. What they see, what they think alone is right. That is true. That is there. That is the Prakritaha Janaha, not the Samskrita Chantra Antakaranaha. So, Prakritaha Janaha Manyante Pratipannaha. They have concluded. They understand, even they conclude that Dehamatram, the body alone, which is Chaitanya Visishtam, which is alive, endowed with Chaitanya, which enlivening force, whatever it is, the Chaitanya Visishtam, Atma. This is me. This is Atma Brahma iti Prakritaha Janaha. Not only them, Lokayatikaha Charvaka. Charvaka also, Dehayeva Atma, the person concludes. It is not so. Dehayeva Atma iti, then this Deha is one Atma, another Deha, another Atma. And further, when this Deha is born, Dehe Jate, Atma Jayate. Dehe Mrite, Dehe Mriyamane, Atma Mriyate iti. So that is the Charvaka idea. It is not so. Therefore, further, Indriyani eva Chetanani Atma iti apare. Some other pranavadi or dehatmavadi itself. Indriyani which are chetanani, swayam chetanani. The sense organs are sentient by themselves, and then they are atma iti apare, somebody else, some other people think that. Indriyatmavadi. Manaha iti anye. Somebody will think that manaha is atma iti. Manaha atma iti anye pratipannaha. Pranaha iti kechit. Vijnanamatram kshanikam iti eke. The Kshanika Vijnanavadi Yogachara says that Kshanika Vijnana is Atma, the momentary consciousness. That is Atma iti. Vijnanam which is Kshanikam iti Atma iti eke. Shunyam iti apare. Shunyavadinaha, Madhyamikaha, Bauddhaha, they say Shunyam is Atma. Or all, one doesn't agree with the other. None of these agree with the others. None of these agrees with the others. Right? There's a vehement opposition to all of them is there. Swasiddhanta vyavasthasu, as nice in the Mandukya Karika, Gaudapadacharya says. They are so much vehement in proving their own stand and dismissing the other. Equal vehemence is there. The Kshanika Vijnanavadi doesn't accept Shunyavadi. Shunyavadi does not accept this person. Then to the Nastika Matas, Nastika Darshanas, and then Astika Darshana also. Asti Dehadi Vyatiriktaha Samsari Karta Bhokta iti apare. Apare Nayayikaha, Tarkikaha. Nayayika and Vaisheshika, they say that Asti Atma, who is Dehadi Vyatiriktaha, other than Vyatiriktaha, other than Deha, Indriya and Manaha. Deha, Indriya, Mana Vyatiriktaha, Mana Vyatiriktaha, Mano Vyatiriktaha Atma iti. And who is that Atma? Samsari, subject to Sukha Dukkha, birth and death. Karta, Bhokta. Atma is Karta and Bhokta for this Tarkika, Nayayika and Vaisheshika. Whereas Bhokta eva kevalam na Karta iti eke. Somebody else says that Atma is not a Karta but is a Bhokta. Kevalam Bhokta eva, not a Karta. Iti Sankhyavadi says. This is really a contradiction. On the one hand, Sankhyavadi says, Asangaha Purushaha, one says. And then other hand says, Bhokta. How can Asanga be a Bhokta? How can Bhokta be Asangaha? Contradiction is there. Internal contradictions. A lot of internal contradictions in every one of them. We don't need external contradiction or even Veda contradiction with Veda we don't even need. Internal contradictions are good enough to dismiss them. Sunda Upasunda Nyaya. Their own internal contradictions dismiss their own Siddhanta. All āpāta ramaniyam, till enquiry is done, it's all looks real. It's like the Vetala, okay? Vetala's dance till the alata is brought in, the torchlight is brought in. Till then, Vetala's dance goes on. So, all right. So, this is the Sankhya-vadi Siddhanta. Now, Asti tad vyatiriktaha Ishvaraha Sarvajnaha Sarvashaktihi iti kechit Yogavadi matam iti, Yogi matam iti. All right. asti tad vyatiriktah, jiva vyatiriktah. Samsari karta bhokta, it is said, tad vyatiriktah. Kartuhu vyatiriktah, different from karta, bhokta, samsari. Who is that? Ishvaraha. And who is that? Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktihi iti kechit. Ashtanga, yoga, anuyayinaha, Patanjala mata, avalambinaha, kechit. So having presented some of the, there are any number of such contentions are there. Old contentions, new contentions, and then modern contentions, ultra-modern contentions. Lot of them are there. Alright. This will be there all along. Newer contentions. In all old ideas only, but in new words, new phraseology, new terminology, new language. Lingo is different, but the idea is the same. No new idea is there. It's all old ideas only, but in a new language, that's all. That's all. Catchy language, ultra-modern language, terminology. Okay. We use, and then it looks as though this is new. It's all the same thing. Even some Muslims, some Islamic theorists know that they're saying that ours is anadi. They start saying now. Our Islam is anadi. They start saying. It's not started by Muhammad, Prophet. It's anadi. They started saying now. So they themselves accept that. It's not Muhammad. Muhammad is not the first one who said this. That was said already. Already it was there. It's not that some principles were there. Islam was there all along. Now they say. Okay? That means Muhammad is not the prophet. Okay? Full stop. Then you are not a Muslim. Full stop. Right? Their own ideas, they negate their own. They negate themselves. All right. I was really amused to look at this. Islam is anadi. Okay. Some Christian theologists may come and say Christianity also is anadi. Somebody may say Buddhism is anadi, Jainism is anadi, then Charvaka is anadi. Everything anadi. Okay. All right. Now the Siddhanta Koti, Siddhanti Paksha, he says Atma Saha Bhoktuhu iti Apare Saha Bhoktuhu Atma. Ishvaraha is the Ishvara is Brahma, is the Atma of the Bhokta. Karta Bhokta Samsari iti Yaha Adhyastaha Atmani. Right? That's the Atma of all. Free, ever free from Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva, Samsaritva is the Atma. So Bhokta etc. is Anatma, Kalpita. Dehadi Anatma, that is pointed out. And Saha iti Ekavachanena, Ekatvam Advitiyam also is indicated. None of the Astika matas say that there are many Ishvara, there are many gods. Nobody says. None of these Astika matas say. Nastika mata, Ishvara Nasti. Okay. Out of question. But none of the Astika matas, Astika ideas say that there are many Ishvaras, there are many gods. Nowhere they say this. Nowhere it is there are many gods. Right? So how is it then they say that there are many gods in Hinduism, etc.? Who says? You say so. Nobody says so. You say that because you have an ulterior motive. Right? So, none of the Astika Darshana says there are many Ishvaras. Nobody says. Even Hindus are confused about this. There are many gods. No? Yes. This was not there. This idea has been put in by some missionary people with ulterior motive. Hindus have many gods, pagan gods, etc., animistic gods, etc., like that. And then the gods fight among themselves. All these are all put in, these ideas are planted by these missionaries, Christian missionaries. They do that. Before that, this confusion was not there. They were clear about that. Ishvaraha Ekaha Sarvavyapi, right? Ekaha Aneka Rupena, Aneka Namna, they were clear. So Ishvaraha Ekaha Eva iti. Very clear. That's all the this is some beauty about all the darshanas. There is only one Ishvara. There are not many Ishvaras. Swami used to say, not one Ishvara, only Ishvara. There is not one Ishvara, but only Ishvara. Right? This is the vision. All right. Anyway, this is the Siddhanta. Atma saha bhoktu iti apare Siddhantinaha. Thus, evam bahavaha vipratipannaha yuktivakya tadabhasa samashrayaha santaha. Taking recourse to samasrayaha, taking recourse to certain yuktis, certain their own reasonings, and vakya. They take vakyas out of context. From vakyas from the Veda. Vakya is supposed to Veda. And tad āpāta, a semblance, āpāta, a seeming yukti, a seeming quotation, a seemingly tātparyavat quotation. Anything can be quoted out of context, okay? Don't drink, okay? Don't drink alcohol, okay? Suppose I cut the word don't, what happens? Drink alcohol, okay? Out of quotation. Part quotation, partial quotation, out of context quotation, all that. So where the tātparya is something else, that is taken, and then their Siddhanta, their ideas thrust on that. Ishvara creates. That's the different purpose is there. But then they say, therefore Ishvara and created are different. Ishvara has to be different from the creation. Right? That is not the Tātparya. The Shruti Vakya which says Ishvara creates. Srishti Vakya, Tātparya is not in that. So this is āpāta, semblance of yukti. But when you look into that, it is faulty, it is defective, incorrect. Similarly, Vakya āpāta, they take. The Vakya āpāta has some other Tātparya. Right? But then they say that this proves my Siddhanta, like Annamaya is Atma. The Deha, Charvaka says Annamaya Atma, Deha is Atma, Veda says. Okay. Veda does not say that. Veda says more also. Annamaya Atma, it doesn't stop. Pranamaya Atma, Manomaya Atma, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Atma. And then who is the free from the Anandamaya also? Veda says that. Therefore, they take to Yukti āpāta, Vakya āpāta, and then Vipratipannaha, Bhagavaha, Santaha. Ideas float. Variety of ideas float around. You have to take the correct one. That's your challenge. That's your challenge. Lot of ideas they float around, but you need to take the correct one. Pramanika you need to take. Connected to Purushartha you need to take. That is Veda only, right? Veda only you need to take that. Alright. We'll take a break. We'll resume at 11 o'clock. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.